Oh, to get a question answered, I need you to, if you're not following me here already, follow me here. My backup account, because this account is having problems. Like, they're coming at my account hard. So Siren Song Lover Backup. If you go follow me there, okay? And then if you go to, I'll hold up the list for a moment. So Siren Song Lover Backup, if you're already here, so here's good. Siren Song Lover Backup. YouTube, please. Siren Song Lover 5044, and then Facebook is Siren Song Lover Inc. So if you can please go follow those, I will, thank you, Gabby girl. We'll answer questions. And like I say, if you do 5 of my handles, which I can give you the other ones, I will enter you into a 30-minute raffle, like a 30-minute session with me, one-on-one raffle. Okay? So if you guys want those handles, by all means, I'll give you those too. Thank you, Gabby, for the YouTube, because I think I have to, on YouTube, I have to get up to 50 followers to be able to go live over there. And if TikTok goes down for me, then I'm going to have to shuffle to other places. So that's why my backup, I need to get following up on over there and all the others. So, yeah. And if you guys let me know when you do it, that would be great. Okay, so Tower, again, Tower, anything that goes. Thank you, Gabby. Oh, gosh, girl. Oh, thank you. So you got my backup, and then if you can also do my face, okay. Do you have Instagram? I can give you Instagram, too. Facebook is almost a gone medium. Or if you have, I also do have Twitch, Rumble. On TikTok, it should be Siren Song Lover Backup. Okay, so Instagram, did you get my 2 Instagram, or did you do, you're saying you have 2 pages, because I have 2 over there. I have Earth School Love Notes, which I wrote out, and I can show you, and then Siren Song Lover. And Milo is being so freaking cute. Okay, so I know this is kind of messy. Insta is Earth, and then the lower school, lower love, lower notes. So not a hyphen, but the lower, I don't know what it's called. I'm so sorry. And then Siren Song Lover. And then if you'll comment, done. Okay, cool. Let me know if you need me to hold that up again. So we have the Tower and Moon. We know that there were things going on behind the scenes. Like, intuitively, I know you guys know. The Tower has to take anything. It's like the lights come on. Oh, I'm so sorry, babes. Okay, so it's Earth underscore. That's what it is. Earth underscore. No. I know it is long. I'm sorry, babes. I think it is linked in my links, but I wrote it all out because I also have the Trovo, Kick, Rumble, and Twitch. And when I start getting followings up on there, then I'm going to also stream on all that too. So I'm a busy girl. I got all the platforms. Oh, and I'm on Facebook as Lara Joe also, but Siren Song Lover Inc. is the... so it's Earth School... So Earth underscore school underscore love underscore notes. I know it's long. And then the other one is Siren Song Lover. Just no underscores, just straight. So love, just love, not lover, but love notes. Yep, that's me. Pink hair and all. I may have to rewrite this. I have to figure a good way to get all my handles onto one thing to make this easier, but this is me trying to get, like I say, because this page is in danger, I'm having to get following on my other pages so that we can go live over there if this platform for me personally gets kicked, because it's in danger of it, which is silly. Just means I'm saying things that are right on. The second one is Siren Song Lover. So it's to Siren Song Lover. Beautiful. Gabby girl. So text me or message me if you remember, and I'll put your name. You're the first one to go into the hat. Okay, that's fine. Do we get like I say, I think you're already on my backup, Gabby. Because it's Siren Song Lover backup. But I think you're already there. Okay. Cool. Okay. So, thank you, Anna. Is it, well, it's hard to confirm if it's Anna or Anna. But, okay. Cool beans. So, Gabby girl, is there a question you want to ask? And Anna, is there a question you want to ask? Specifically. Good deal. Go ahead and drop it. And then, Anna, if you want to message me as well and say, hey, I've done it or whatever, and then I'll drop your name in the raffle. Okay? So, okay. For Anna, I'm going to answer Anna first, Gabby, and then I'll get yours, babes. Okay, will P reach out this week for reconciliation? Okay. King of Cups. So it kind of flipped out reverse, but King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and in the reverse, he's almost stuck in his emotions. Like, he's like, go deeper, but not in like a productive way. So what I'm going to say on that is that you need to let him heal for a little bit, babes. Because it feels like, yes, he's like emotional, but not in, it's like that distorted emotional is what that feels like. Let me pull a clarifier on that and see what, okay, Four of Pentacles. So he's like struggling financially. He's like clinging on to every pentacle, like dollar. There's something in the financial aspects that you're not seeing that's kind of got him spinning right round. So, and the energy in the atmosphere is straight hella chaotic. So right now it's like that rejection, that's what no contact really is. Rejection is protection. Like if there were things going on his side that could harm you, sometimes like the divine will move you away and keep you bundled so that he can't damage you. Okay? So right now, I want you to just sit and hang tight and don't make it has to be this week. Like, let him figure out his stuff right now. Because we did come, and it is all the emotional cards with the moon. That's Cancer and Pisces. And with Tower, that's straight Scorpio. So this is like, he's going through some things that you're not seeing, babes. So I need you to, okay, perfect. I need you to like, A, follow your intuition, but B, also understand that whatever he's going through, you don't want to be anywhere near. Because that's really what it feels like. It's like there's something going on that you don't want to be a part of. So keep your hands clean. That's what I'm going to say on that. All right. For my love, Gabby. Yeah, but babe. When you finally give up, the universe is able to give you what you truly deserve. So I know you don't want to give up, yet once you finally give up, the universe can say, oh gosh, I've been trying to reach you about this love offer I want to give you. So it feels like a loss in the moment, and it really isn't a loss in the long run, right? I always tell people, I'm like, don't get stuck in a situationship. Like, you can end up getting a 5 long year situationship because you didn't want to give up, where it was like that delayed you from 5 years of your happily ever after, or 5 years of creating a new family, or 5 years of creating, on your path. So don't let a temporary situation have long-lasting permanent effects. Okay. So, we'll let that one cook. Okay. All right. For Gabby girl, are you going to be able to stay in your current house? Will you be staying in your current house? I'm so sorry, my cat decided that now is the time to use the litter box. They all decided that it was that time. All right. Okay. Okay, Gabby. That's surprising because normally they are loud. Now you're going to hear the poop zoomies. Like, it's going to sound like they... Okay, girl, Gabby, you came straight out with Cancer, right? So this is, you're moving to stability. What I love with this, okay, you had 3 queens come out. So you have Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, which I know that yesterday we were talking about when I dropped those. I was like, you were utilizing all of your elements, and that is still freaking true. Okay, so you have all the queens. It's using the logic, the discernment, vocalizing and voicing your desires. Queen of Cups, you are filling your cup. And I know, girl, we've been talking about this for a hot minute. And then Queen of Pentacles is like, once you use that logic, that discernment to cut off, because we have Page of Swords and 3 of Wands here. So Page of Swords, it's like I know we've been talking about this too. There's like childlike mental energy trying to disturb your happy home. Okay? You're going to stand in your power though, because you try to do a Page of Swords against a Queen of Swords, like there's no freaking way. Like, no comparison. They're not even the same tax bracket. So this is saying any of that childlike stuff that is affecting your home and your happiness is no longer welcome in your life. So Queen of Swords, using logic, discernment, cutting off anything. I mean, like, talking about Swift. And I know you and I have been working through that with like the cleanup and all that jazz. And it's realizing that your feelings and your abundance are both freaking valid. Like, Queen of Cups is a beautiful, emotional, soft energy. And knowing that you have to use Queen of Swords to be able to embody, because also with Queen of Pentacles, is that abundant, fertile, she can take care of everything. Okay? So that's using the Queen of Swords to be able to protect the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups within you. So, cutting it out. The Chariot is all around your home, all around family, and finding that stability. As far as staying in the house, it is 3 of Wands, so it feels like it's not quite like... I'm trying to figure out how to say it. Like, yes, you're going to have to probably move from this house, but the next move, remember how I was just saying sometimes you have to let go to receive? That next move is going to put you in that beautiful, like, you feel like you can build a family here with this Cancer energy swiftly. So using the logic and the discernment and saying this is or isn't working, and being able to protect that beautiful feminine energy and that beautiful abundant energy. And who was I? Oh, I was talking to somebody and they said that they had moved. And once because he didn't expect that move. And once he had moved, he said that like his whole aura changed, his life changed, everything was moving in the right direction. And sometimes it really is, our location is holding us back. So while it's hard, it's scary, we don't know what the next move. And you know that I'm in the same situation. That next move may be your best move. And even where I am currently, like, I love this house. I'm so thankful for the experiences I've had here. I'm thankful for the growth. Yet you start to outgrow. Let's talk about that. You start to outgrow the location that you're in. Like, and trying to go back into that box is super painful. And where I give this example, like when I moved out, same for me. Like, this isn't my dream home, but it has served me well for 2 years. And this was the first home that I've ever lived in alone, ever in my entire life. It's the first home that I've ever bought completely alone. So like for me, it was like that. And when you total out my house number, it actually adds up to like 1 or to that solitary work, and that was what I needed in that point. But then we also have to realize, okay, it's time to move on to like the new, like where your true happiness is. So I know like, oh gosh, my water signs never love uncertainty, but baby, like I feel once you step out, because this home feels like a cage to you almost. Like for me, like this home feels like a cage, and I've outgrown it. So where I was trying to go with the outgrown, it's like you will outgrow. It's like, I keep saying like, imagine you're a tank, you're a fish in a tank, and when you move into a pond or into the lake, you grow because you aren't having to contain yourself to that small container anymore. And I had that with like my ex-husband and with that neighborhood, is that I couldn't imagine going back to live in a HOA suburb type of, because I mean, I think you've seen enough pictures of my yard to know that to go back to a yard where it's like you have this tiny square and you realize that you can't fit in that situation anymore. So, okay, so for Jayana, what I'm going to say is if you want to ask questions, I'm going to need you to go follow some of my accounts, okay? And if you want a one-on-one reading, I'm doing a raffle drawing where if you go and you do 5 of my accounts, and I can hold up the handles, but this is one. My backup account here is another, and then YouTube. Oh, thank you. My looks are the least interesting thing about me. My looks are the least coolest thing about me. Okay, so strength on the bottom. We do have to tame that lion. Thank you for the roses, baby. Okay, so Gabby, I don't feel like this is your forever home. I know that's super scary, but I feel like the next one is going to be like remember how we talked about babies coming in and stuff like that? Like that's going to be that open, but you also have to do the work that we've been talking about, like in the basement and stuff like that, to be able to make that room for it. Okay, so Jayana, so like I say, if you want me to answer questions, go follow my backup. So follow this account, follow the backup account, please, babes. And then, so I do see you're here. If you go follow my backup, and then I'll give you the YouTube, and then I'll answer. Come back and do done. So my backup is Siren Song Lover backup. Okay, so same as my name here, or it's hold on, please hold. Let me. I have to actually see that. Okay, so yeah.
Baby, you got to go to.
Oh, that wasn't. Sorry, guys.
Work.
Sorry, guys. Okay.
Oh my.
Okay. We'll get in there. Okay, so Siren Song, or it's SirenLara here. It's Siren Song Lover backup is my backup account, and then YouTube is Siren Song Lover 5044. And then if you come back and comment done, and then we'll talk about your sitch. Oh, why are you doing that? No, I don't want that. Why? Okay. Do you guys all see why I don't love technology? Because, you know, it's what it is. All right. Gabby, I hope that answered the questions that you need. All right. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Good deal. A moon. Okay, it keeps coming out. And I know how freaking relevant the moon is. Because you and I both know after all of this that there have been people behind the scenes intentionally trying to rob you of your happiness. So it's a beautiful confirmation. Also, let's do this little mindset. If you knew, like say you knew there's a specific date and you're like, everything's going to be great by that day. Like God's got me. I'm going to let them handle the light work. Like, let them handle the biz. Would you be so scared? if you knew by like June 15th, all of your, and I'm just using that as a example, like a point. If you knew by June 15th you were going to have the home of your dreams, you were going to be pregnant, you were going to have a job, that kind of done. Okay. Give me just one moment, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about Tyree. Okay. Would you be so freaked out right now, or would you just breathe and enjoy the ride and walk along? Because universe, God, source, like they are always working overtime to make all your dreams come true. So we need to start realizing, like, okay, you know what? My ancestors got that. Like, all the people that did me dirty, I'm like, you know what? My ancestors are having a field day. I know that they've got it. I know that. So stop freaking out about it as part of that. Okay. For Jayana, does Tyree care about me? Justice. So we have heavy Libra energy. Let's see what we need to know. After there were things being done behind the scenes with the moon, which is Pisces and Cancer energy, and justice is saying whatever is being done behind closed doors, there's going to be justice brought to that situation. Hey, Carla, how are you? Okay, Carla, I'm doing answers today. So if you go like my, and I'll come back. I'm so sorry. There's Gianna. This is what happens. I have ADHD and I have a million people, and I get squirreled a lot. So Carla, I'm answering questions. If you go follow the 3 of my platforms, so this, I know you're on, my backup and YouTube, and if you can do my Facebook and I can give you that info, I'm answering questions. If you go follow 5 of my platforms, hold on. Let me answer for Carla really quick. Hold on, please, so that I can get her going on that if she wants to ask any questions. If you go to 5 of my handles, which I can give you, and like or subscribe to them, then I'll be doing a raffle for a reading, okay, for a 30-minute session with me free. Okay, so we have justice in the moon. There's something that you weren't seeing that's being brought into balance, Gianna. So that's where we're going, is that there was something that you weren't seeing that was being brought into balance that was not fair, okay? And clarification, King of Swords. So this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I feel like he's very, please bear with me, like narcissistic, like cutting, biting with his words, just kind of like my way or the highway. And that's being stopped. Babe, you need to love, like, you are going to bring in someone that absolutely loves you and adores you, but it can't be the dude that's like constantly sarcastic, snarky, biting, just icky energy. Okay? And that's what that really feels like. King of Swords is the justice, is saying you don't have access to me. Because with justice and the moon, this is you turn around and you like using his same tactics against him. Like, not in a cruel way, but it's like, if he's a ghoster, you need to be so freaking booked and busy, whether you are or not, to not answer his questions. Okay? Because you deserve better than someone who isn't all in, is what that feels like. All right. Let us see. I may actually switch decks pretty soon. We'll see. If you guys want me to pull out the handmade cards, let me know. I've got a bunch of those, if any of those resonate. Otherwise, we'll change decks. We have Justice, the Sun, and the Moon all coming out again. The Emperor. So whoever also was in that Aries, like that very fiery, but like that poor leadership, they gotta go. It'd be like, yeah, you want to be the leader, yet you can't lead yourself out of a paper bag. Okay? Hopefully that assists. That we'll see. Alright, I'm going to switch decks. I don't know why you're doing that, but okay. We're going to get into the Roast Iconic deck. Let's see what else behind the scenes that we're not seeing. We do have, okay, so I shuffled through. We have 10 of Cups on the bottom. So your happiness is on the other side of leaving that dude or that place, that person, that job, okay? And the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step, guys. you really get to the point where you're like, I'm done. No more. I'm worth more than that. Oh, excuse me. Let us see if anything else in this deck. All right. Narcissist. I love the confirmation. Narcissist. So remember how I said with that King of Swords, like there's justice because there were things you were not seeing behind the scenes. And the more I learn about that disorder, the more I'm like, ew. Because a lot of those dudes that are so in love with themselves are DL and then sleeping with their family members and sleeping with, it don't matter, and abusing kids. So like the more you learn about this person that it's all about them, they don't care, you realize like, no, that is not a good dude. That's not a good person. So all right, let us see. Oh, okay. They are jealous of you, though. The green-eyed monster just comes on out, and they want to siphon off of you. That's where you also have to say, no way, Jose, and cut that off. Use your logic. Use your discernment. Say, no. Okay, gorgeous. So we have stay in your lane in reverse. They were not staying in their lane. They were swerving in yours. There's a lot more traffic there, apparently. You are the snack. Narcissists pop out again. And we also have self-care and billionaire. You can't bring these people with you if you want to love you and go far places. Because they will always try to sink your ship because they can't be the captain of your destiny. All right? So it's really saying, I love myself more than this person who doesn't give 2 seconds about, like, they don't care about my life. And I always tell people, I'm like, you do not ever have to consider someone else's feelings when they never considered you in the equation. So, baby, I know you're a snack. You need to stay in your lane, in your yard, stay hydrated, love yourself, meditation, breathe, rest. When they want to get you, because they'll try to get you to act out of character, right? So that they can then turn around and say, oh, what a monster. No, you got to stay in your lane. Because you're meant for big things. Hey, baby. Okay, so, my love. I'm doing, okay, so I'm going to give you the offer if you want to ask a question. I know you're already on this page, but if you go look at my backup page, which is Siren Song Lover Backup, and like that, go like my YouTube, please, which is Siren Song Lover 5044. And let me know if you have Facebook or Instagram, which one you're on more. Go like 3 of those and I will answer a question for you. If you go like 5 of my socials, which I can most definitely give you the handles for, then you'll be entered into a raffle for a 30-minute one-on-one session with me. Okay? Let me know how that sounds. Black square. So somebody's trying to knock you off your square. This is saying, no way, Jose, you can't get me stepping out of my respect for myself. Okay? Hard limits, hard boundaries. That's really, truly what we need to be doing right now. Okay, red flags. Watching the red flags. Do not be the bullfighter. Please don't see those red flags and charge at them. You are not a bullfighter anymore. Okay, so when you see a red flag, when they move funny, you move out their way. Okay, because snakes don't shed their skin to become a better person. They shed their skin to become a bigger snake. And I love snakes, and snakes are not evil. Just saying, when they're venomous, they don't become less venomous. They become more. So, okay. Fashion Witch, you, my love. So my Instagram, I'll give that to you. And if you can do YouTube, I really need to get my subscribers up over there. So my Insta is earth_school_love_notes, which I know is a lot, but if you want, I think I might have to put this up behind me. I don't know if that'll work, but we'll see. I'm always a work in progress, if you guys can't tell. So, like I say, Instagram is earth_school_love_notes. Okay. And then my YouTube is Siren Song Lover 5044. Cool. And if you can do my YouTube, I greatly need to get subscribers over there. Cool. And if you want to go even deeper, and for anybody that's already done all that, it's Siren Song Lover 5044. Because like this account right now for me is in danger. So I'm trying to get everybody kind of into other platforms. So if I have to drop off here, if I can get my other platforms to the point that I can actually stream over there, kind of thing. So, Fashion Witch. We are setting the standard for our own. Thank you, babes. Okay, so we are setting the standard. And like I say, if you can do, like, if you get up to 5, I know we did 3 already. If you can get up to 5, then I will, and message me in Messenger, in the message, I will enter your name into a raffle, okay, to do a 30-minute one-on-one session, you and I, babes. Okay, so everybody that wants to get one-on-one with me, going and subscribing is going to put your name in the hat for that, okay? So, Fashion Witch, and then Golden Rhea, if you want to drop your question, babes, and I will answer a question for you, okay? All right, Shadow, Tinfoil Hat, and Land Back. You were not wrong that you were being stolen from. And what it really was your patron demon or your shadow, that ego part of you, caught wind. Right? When they say tinfoil hat, that is not conspiracy theory. That's like you were right about something too early. That's all that really is. When people want to say, oh, you're crazy or you're a tinfoil hat, no, you were just right on. Because women especially, we are super intuitive creatures. You were right on too early. Someone has been trying to, A, keep you in your shadow, keep you in your unhealed, and then B, try and steal and siphon from you. Okay, let's ask about court case on the old apartment complex through HUD, and if you're going to be getting money on that. I'm actually going to pull into the Tea Leaf Tarot deck. And if you guys don't really, like, nobody knows this, but I have a million freaking different decks all the time. So it's whatever I'm intuitively called to. Let's go for Tea Leaf Tarot on what's going to happen with your former apartment if you'll be getting your money. I almost feel like, I don't think it's going to come from that per se, but it feels like something else that you did or applied for is going to come through. Like you're going to get that unexpected blessing. And okay, I love that you're in because we're going to talk about manifestation. I may have to get up and run to the restroom and I may have to take the dog out really quick, but I'm going to talk about manifestation. So, let's talk about the apartment. Like I say, I feel like it may not necessarily be something from that because HUD and all of that is very predatory. So we have Shark, which is take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. It's like they're trying to pull a loop on you. So like a loop, like they're trying to pull tricks on you, right? And remember how the cards with it saying like land back, shadow, and tinfoil hat? No, there's something there that is shady and underhanded. They're trying to be predatory, yet I feel like you're going to be blessed in a different way. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so Moon and 4-leaf clover. And Moon has come out in another deck multiple times. So there were things that you weren't seeing behind the scenes. Okay? And then 4-leaf clover, you're going to have luck. So it may not come from that specific place. Okay, for Crystal and Joy Effect, I'm doing questions. If you go and subscribe to 3 of my platforms, so if you're already subscribed to this one, then you're going to have to do 3 others, and I can give you those platforms. And then if you go and do 5 of my platforms, 5 of my handles, then I will be entering your name into a drawing for a 30-minute one-on-one free with me. Okay, so if that answers your question, if you want me to answer questions, you have to like here, like my backup, and then at least one more, which we can discuss at will. All right, so let's talk about manifestations for one moment. And I really did have such a beautiful moment. I know I was in earlier and I had to leave, and I went to PetSmart, and one of my people was there, and they are transgender, and we live in the South, so things are a little tender, but I saw them when I walked in. Last time I was in PetSmart to get my thing, they weren't there. And when I walked in today, they weren't cashiering, but I saw them, and I was like, okay, you know what? So it was such a freaking beautiful thing, because I saw him, I was like looking for her, and I saw her, and I paid, and I went back, and I said, hey, Robin. I go, and I leaned in really close, and God love Robin for trusting in me, right? And I talked about crystals earlier, how I gave crystals, and that was paid back to me, and such a beautiful blessing. So I said to Robin, I leaned in really close, and I said, hey, Robin, do you trust me enough to close your eyes and open your hands? And she did. And I placed like a whole bunch of crystals in her hand, and I grabbed both of her hands after, I put my hands over hers, and I grabbed her hands, and I said, thank you for being such a beautiful light in this world. And it was a gorgeous moment, and they I don't think they expected that. I'm super happy that she trusted me, and it was a beautiful moment, but good God. Good God. So, yeah. No, and so, Robin, I've had many experiences, right? There's only one PetSmart locally that I go to. Unfortunately, it's in my ex's neighborhood, but luckily they don't have animals, so I don't ever have to worry about it. But I do have to go into enemy territory. So the first time I met Robin, and I was just like whoa, I don't know how to feel. And then the second time I went in, I love her decorum, because the guy in front of me, and like I say, we live in the South, is very Bible Belt, very Christian. Like, I lived in a dry county. They just recently allowed 3 liquor stores in town here, but we live in a dry county, so that don't tell you where we're still at. Like, we're still in the 50s. And actually, when you pull into my area, it kind of looks like you go back in time. It's actually kind of cool where I live. Like, it takes you back like time warp. But needless to say, last time I was there was this dude in line, and she had a huge Baphomet necklace, and I was admiring it, and the dude in front of her started asking questions, and she was so graceful and polite, and I knew what it was, and I was just over here like, I said, girl, these men here in the South she handles it with such grace, and I always pray over her, because I know how dangerous her role, her position, her stance in life is here in the South. So every time I see her, especially after the Baphomet incident, I'm always like, girl, I love you. Thank you for shining. Like, thank you for being part of the collective, energetic sisterhood, and thank you for being authentically you, because we need more of you like that. So, okay, we're going to talk about, and Carla, did you go and the backups and the other stuff? And I know I asked for a lot for you, babe, because if you did, then definitely drop your comments. So I'm going to talk about manifestation really quick, baby, because I know you had asked me about it, right? So think of manifestation. It's everything in life, down to the basic cellular level, is binary code, right? So when we're trying to manifest, we do it simple first. Like, everything in life is built off of zeros and ones, binary codes, right? Masculine and feminine. I know, hopefully this makes sense. If it doesn't, please ask, because I want you to ask before we move on. But when we're trying to manifest, so we have to start small and simple, and then we get to manifest bigger things. Okay, good. So go back to the basics when you're wanting to manifest. Like, literally make it as simple as possible. So I know we were talking about manifestations with career. So start with the most basic. Like, what is it that what's the mission? And then even kind of deconstruct back from there. Number 2, and I know you've probably heard of the 3-6-9 method, right? It's Nikola Tesla, and it's, God, I wish I had one. I have it back in my room, and it kind of goes off of the binary codes, right? So it's if you know, like the Nautilus shell, and I'm almost tempted to go grab one. I may take, if you guys can hang, I may do a 5-minute break to use the restroom, grab an example, and take the dog out, if you guys want to do that. But so 3-6-9. So 3, if you look at 3, it's the Trinity, right? So 3 is the building block of your dream. That's you asking for the dream. 6 is when you actually start to materialize physical gains from it. So how we do that is when we have that vision or that dream, we feel in our body, what does it feel like to have that thing? What emotions am I feeling? It's like I'm going to use a car as an example. So 3 would be like, I want a Mercedes. 6 is that dreaming and feeling it in your body. What does it feel like to sit in your new Mercedes? What does it smell like in that car? Where are you going for your maiden ride, right? Who's with you? What does your air freshener smell like? Okay, and then 9 is actually receiving it. 9 is like, everything I ever wished for being mine. So like when I think, oh my gosh, I did this one day. I was driving and I saw a magenta pink Tesla, and I sent a picture. No, babe, you didn't do it wrong. And I guarantee you weren't that far off. I think you were probably just like, sometimes it just takes a little tweak and you're right on path, but you've got like the basis of it down. It's the little tweak. Okay. So you're not doing it wrong. I promise. And wait till the day that you come to teach me shit. Because I'll be like, yes, I'll be sitting in your master classes and being like, yes, this is my girl. She's breaking ground. Okay. Remember how we said, like, when you start hitting it, right? It's going to be you and I sitting on the front porch when you come to start your music career and just bullshitting. And you know, helping or teaching. And here's the other part. When people say they want to be a musician, they want to be an artist, I'm like, send me tickets for your first show. Because hell yeah. And that's that part of it, is how do we start building each other up, making that community, loving each other, really finding that. Okay, so 9 is the actual bringing it in. It's the culmination or the completion. Just like in 9, when we see tarot in 9 and tarot, right? It's 9 of swords. It's like we have to get out. We have to do the mental, like we have to release ourselves. So 9 is always the culmination. So think of, again, 3 is your formation or your trinity. It's in relationships too. Let's talk about that. So in our relationships, right? The Trinity is the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, or the Mother, the Maiden, and the Crone. Oh, so, okay, so how you can start it just to start. And I did this too. So I love the example because I have it right here, but I don't have the exact. If you take a journal and you write 3 times a day, right? So the first in the morning, or the first time of the morning, you write your manifestation 3 times. And then mid-afternoon or later that day, you can write 6 times your manifestation. You just write it all down. Like, I want a new car, right? Write it 3 times. I would get really, specific, but not as you can. But 3 times, like, write the same thing. I want this. And then midday, 6 times, like, I want this. 9 times. So you just take one thing. Like, I did a whole journal for a month where it was like each day was a new thing. Like, the one day I was like, I want to make new connections. And I wrote that 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the middle of the day, 9 times at the end of the day. And ironically, like, it comes in a lot faster. So it's having the thought is 3. 6 is materializing it. What does it feel like? And 9 is actually receiving it. So if it were a new car, right? Like, remember, we're going to go back to the Mercedes option. And God's not going to put... Okay. So it may be, like I said, remember how we have to keep it simple? So sometimes it's like, yeah, it's keeping it simple. Like, and then 9 is that bringing it in. So 3 is thinking of it. 6 is feeling it, what it feels like. What does it feel like driving your new car? 9 is receiving the keys and actually feeling that sensation and going. And the reason you want to feel it when you're formulating the plan is because if you were to actually get it without knowing what it feels like in your body, you're always going to think that that manifestation isn't really yours. Like if you don't know what it feels like to sit in your dream car, you're going to always think it's somewhere else. Okay? Yep. And if you knew, okay, so here's the other part. You will never be, yes, yep, you do. That's what a lot of us, especially as feminine, right? Because we're so busy trying to protect, provide, lead for ourselves, we forget to receive. We're so busy doing that we forget to be, right? You will never be given a vision that is not attainable for you in this lifetime. So I know you may have like huge visions of your life. That's because you're meant to get it. Like God's never going to give you the vision of the most beautiful anything if it weren't actually meant for you. So I really need you guys, A, to start dreaming freaking bigger, but B, realizing that everything you want and more is coming for you and is possible. Like we forget to ask, closed mouths don't get fed. Honestly, like if you want something, you have to ask for it. And then don't settle for less than what you want. Like if I learned anything from being married to the dude I was married to, like pilots are notorious for negotiating contracts until you're blue in the face. And the point is though, that they want all of their requirements met. And if they don't get it met, they're going to walk. And we have to be the same too. It's like whatever you want and like get what you want. And if you don't get what you want, it's time to keep moving, pushing, popping, walking. Because what is meant for you is on the other side of that lesser offer. And I've had this happen to so many freaking times in my life where it's like, this doesn't feel right. I don't like the offer, XYZ. I'll walk away. And then the next day, because it'll be like a test. It'll be like a decoy to see if I'm willing to go the distance to actually get my dreams, or if I'm going to accept a lesser offer that isn't truly what I want and need. And hopefully that makes sense. I know that was a lot. That was a lot of words. Did I really say much? Okay, guys. I'm going to take like a 5-minute break. I need to go take a... Okay, good. Good. And we'll come back to it. I'm going to take like a 5-minute break because I need to go... empty really quick and then walk the dog so he can empty really quick before it gets dark. So give me a few and I'll be back. Get your tea, get your water, get your snacks. I may have to grab a snack because I've eaten 3 Ritz crackers for the whole day. I'm really pretty hungry, but I'm going to get a snack. Okay, so give me a few, guys. I'll be back. Okay. Sorry, Maya. I didn't mean to wake you up there, sir. are you ready to go outside, Boo? Well, that was cute. Okay. Oh, hi, Alcatraz. All right, guys, if you give me another minute, I'm gonna... Oh, I'm sorry, Carla. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta take the dog out. Badger, come here. Let's go for a walk. Come on. Come on. You can come through there. I know you can fit your big booty Judy through there. Come on. Let's go. Come here. Thank you. I'll be right back, guys. Give me a minute, please. Hi, boys. Thank you for... Good gravy. Okay. Alright. Give me my guys. Abel, stop, bro. Oh. Okay. Abel, don't grab my dress. Let go. Let go. Let go. Thank you. Okay. I'm coming back. Thank you, Badger. Okay. Thank you guys for the brief break. Abel? Yep, thank you. All right. We're back. Which makes me want to sing like Back in Black, like AC/DC. Which then reminds me of freaking, God, what was it? Iron Man, the beginning scene where they're rolling through the desert. Okay. All right. Look at this cool book I scored for $1, by the way. Can we just talk about this? Trumpty Dumpty wanted a crown. And it's a whole bunch of just poems about the tyranny, fake news, all that. Oh, this has Shel Silverstein vibes. Which, I don't know if anybody is old enough to know who Shel Silverstein is, other than me and a select few. Alright, so we're going to get back into tarot. We're going to do collective energy. I am Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. I'm back again. Okay. 7 of Wands. There have been too many people coming at us with their passions, with their fires, yet it's leaving us feeling like we have to fight, right? Okay, we have, my ear is wigging out. All right, we have the Hermit going within, seeking solitude. We go within so we don't go without. We go within so we don't go without. So Hermit is saying, if it feels too chaotic or if it feels like it's not the right place for you, seek solitude alone. Okay? And that is also when we're trying to get into relationships, we need to be happy and comfortable on our own before we bring others in. Ace of Swords and Eight of Cups. You're needing to use logic, discernment to realize when you have poured into others too much. And that's really what that feeling is. Like Ace of Swords and Eight of Cups is saying, I have poured into everyone other than me and I deserve the happiness. So getting yourself up out of that energy, getting yourself away from others that do not understand, or are they capable to fill your cups? And that's not a you problem. They can't fill your cups. They just don't have the capability, and maybe you deserve all of the love in the world. Two of Wands, you're finally setting out on your adventure. You're saying, you want my happiness. And it doesn't even, it means sometimes like just being bare bones, like saying, okay, you know what, I've got the car, I've got the map. It's time for me to head out and do the things that spark my joy. Okay. Okay, we'll take those. Nine of Swords, Ten of Cups, Ten of Swords. This is ickiness energy, except your happiness is sandwiched between finally saying enough is enough, that enlightenment, and saying I can't do anymore. Everyone that I love, Ten of Swords, is betrayals, heartbreaks, backstabbing. Everybody landed a sword in your back, but you deserve, again, that nest, that happiness. Finally saying to those people, no. Finally saying my happiness, my stability, my home, my children matter more than whatever chaos you have going on over there. Okay. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Your finances have been imbalanced. Okay. Two of Wands upright. Your Two of Pentacles will come into balance. Will come into play when you figure out what it is that you truly want, what your happiness is. Okay. A few more cards, maybe. We're gonna switch decks. I may have to hop out pretty soon. My ear is starting to. There's something afoot. Alright. We're going to grab the Rose Iconic Oracle deck. Fashion Witch, you are not meant to stand, like you're not meant to fit in because you're meant to stand out. Fashion Witch is saying, I do my own thing. I don't follow anybody else's fashion rules. I don't follow anybody else's their path because I am meant to be my own person, and that is what is going to get you to your goal. You can't follow their pattern. Ooh, legend. You're a legend, but you can't be a legend if you're standing in other shadows. Well-behaved women rarely make history, so you have to be willing to stand out and be different because, again, you weren't sent here to fit in with everyone else. Jealousy, you create a lot of jealousy, a lot of green-eyed monsters when you start elevating, and that's a them problem, not a you problem. Vampire on the bottom, which is the second time it's come out like that. It's like they wanted to siphon your energy, but they're not allowed to. Okay. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, Legend Podcast. triggered. You're going to be talking about what happened. You're going to be talking about what happened, what you went through. It's going to trigger people because they wanted to keep you stuck, stagnant in the box. Boxes are meant for storage and not for humans. So they wanted to keep you with black square. They wanted to keep you stuck, stagnant in that box. And that is not where you're meant to be. You are a starseed, babes. Again, you did not come here to fit in. You came here to stand out. So starseed is saying, nope, I'm not like everybody else. And that's the best thing about me. Okay, unicorn, narcissist, and feral. So unicorn is saying, yes, I'm a magical creature. Narcissist, you're going to attract all those people that want to siphon your goodness off of you. Yet no, you are meant to be feral. Okay? Let's see if there's any other, or if that's the message there in that deck. You're getting everything that was taken from you back. Okay? So, never fear. You're getting it all back. Okay. Let's hop in. Let's see if there's any other cards. I'm going to pull from the Tea Leaf Oracle. Let me grab from the... I may grab from the Kipper for a minute, but we'll see. Let me take another drink. Water. Alright. Let's see if there's any other tarot, tea leaf tarot cards that want to come out. Alright. We got a few. Okay. Ear, good news. Bear, danger, especially in money matters. Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assure success. Lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. And Camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. This is others wanting to trigger you so that you act out of character and lose that thing you've been working so hard for. Alright, you'll be hearing good news. There is danger, like there are things around your money that they've been trying to play on you, except for keeping your cool, because you know it's already handled. You're already getting it back, okay? Control your anger. Remember, you aren't going to look good in orange, okay? Like, sometimes you have to realize, like, some people are still alive because I don't feel like wearing orange. So, you too, okay? Pig, beware of greed. Someone around you is trying to, and they always say you can't cast pearls before swine. And the reason being is because, like, think of with pigs, right? They don't care what they're eating. They just eat everything. So you can't cast beautiful, precious things in front of them and not expect them to ruin it, eat it, destroy it. So realizing that if people around you are greedy, you need to put boundaries. Okay, boundaries are for everyone's protection and safety. Stand on them. See, needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. Something you've been wanting is coming, okay? That rift that you thought was the end will be repaired. Okay? Lilo and Stitch. Lilo means rip and stitch. If you've ever identified or liked Lilo and Stitch, it's rip and stitch. Okay? The truth is hidden in plain sight, guys. April. Something this is coming because today is the last day of April, right? Dream big between now and midnight. And Feather, someone you know is undependable and insincere, you have to cut them out. Not everybody can come with you. Alright? So, needle and thread, yes, things are going to be repaired. Not everybody can come with you. Something big. Expect a really big miracle between now and tomorrow morning, please. You think, won't he do it? Yes, he will. Basket, recognition, reward for merit. The things that you've been doing, you're getting the baskets. This also has that picnic lunch feeling or picnic date feeling. It's like you're going to be able to go out and enjoy life again really soon. You're going to be rewarded for all of the things you've gone through. Happiness, tent with temporary situations. So whatever has been, and this is true about life, every storm runs out of rain. So every bad situation is temporary. Eventually the sun will shine again. Think about like the night. The nighttime is the hardest time, right? Because it's like it's always darkest before dawn. Even in our darkest days, it's like it's temporary. Okay? You can get through this. Keep baby stepping. Okay? Alright. Tree, affairs with your family. And Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. There's someone in your family that's trying to put you in a corner and railroad you. Okay? And it is in your family. Don't let them. You know what you know. You saw what you saw. You felt what you felt, and it's all valid. Don't let someone that's stubborn and trying to bully you with your family push you around, okay? Tent, it's a temporary situation. Baby step to the next day. Baby step through this situation. You'll get through it, okay? And let's see if there's anything else. One of them flipped. Where'd it go? Ooh. Okay. We'll take those three. Sun, happiness and well-being. Arrow, you are on the right path. So you're on the right path for your happiness. We do see... Why is my... Now I'm curious as to how I got my fingers dirty. Hills, there's obstacles to overcome. So you're on the path. You will find your happiness. There are some hills. Can we just start thinking of it as like... Those hills are just part of the travel, part of the road. Okay. Dog, protection from a powerful friend. Apple, temptation will test you. And key, successful outcome to your problem. Your friends that are trying to help protect you, please know that they're trying to save you from yourself sometimes. You know, when they ask you, like, hey, let me have your keys, or hey, you know, are you sure you need that drink, or anything like that, that's not them trying, that's like them trying to protect you, babes. Okay. Let's see if anything else. Is there any other decks I wanted to read from? Oh, I wanted to pull from the Kipper. It's the Kipper. Let's see. Let's clean up, and then we'll pull from the Kipper. I'm gonna hop out pretty soon. I think I might preheat the oven. One moment. Okay, give me a minute. I'm gonna grab from the Kipper. I'm gonna preheat the oven. I'm gonna grab the Kipper, and then we'll do any little reads that come through between now and the time that my oven preheats. Okay. I know, Kane. You're looking for food, sir. I see it. I feel it. I hear it. Okay. All right. The Kipper. I love the Kipper deck. I don't know why. All right. Hey, Christina. Okay, girl. So I'm doing a raffle for a 30-minute session with me. I'm about to hop out pretty soon. And I feel like you and I are meant to have a discussion tonight. I don't know. But I'm also really freaking tired. So if we have a discussion, you know. Okay. So, Christina, if you want to ask a question on live, what I'm going to ask you to do is to go like my my YouTube. Do you have... Yeah, no, I've been feeling that actually since Monday, but it really hit me today, like when I was dropping my kid off, that you and I are meant to have a discussion tonight. Yeah. So, I've been feeling it since Monday, like Monday afternoon, but I really felt it heavy probably about 3 hours ago. Okay, so I'm doing a raffle for a 30-minute drawing with me, or a 30-minute read with me, but I need some support on like my other platforms and like my other accounts, which I can talk to you on the backside of it, if you want, like tonight when we talk. Yeah, so. And I'm about to hop off, like right now. Oh my gosh, my tattoo is burning again. I'm preheating the oven, making some food. I got some stuff to do, but I definitely want to talk to you, but I gotta get some stuff settled before we do, so. Let's see. Okay, that was too much on the kipper. Okay, so we had marriage flying out. Marriage, relationships, unions. Let's see what we need to know about that. Okay. Poverty and thief. Poverty and thief in marriage. Christina, this is actually a specific message, but I feel like you and I need to talk about it. What I'm going to drop for this message right here, but I feel like you and I are going to talk about this. It's like trying to put you into covenants to keep you stuck stagnant, and this is going to have to do around your baby. But I want to talk to you about it deeper than right now. So we're going to put a pin in that. I'm going to put those back in, but you and I are going to talk about that down the road. This feels like some baby trapping energy with dudes. Yeah. Imprisonment. This is getting them caught up, though. So I know that there's a lot of things behind the scenes. They're not getting away with this. And you and I have been kind of talking about that, whispering back and forth on that, but whatever they're doing behind the scenes, they're not getting away with it. Okay? They'll get caught up. Just like I said, for my case, like people are going to be going home in cells and boxes. That's along the same vein that I've been talking about with mine. Yeah. So. Is it June or July? God, I hope it's June. God, I hope it's June. I thought it was July, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, you and I definitely have some stuff to talk about. You and I have some stuff to talk about. Okay. Good God. It's going to be a busy, long night again, I have a feeling. Damn it. That's why I also need to eat. I haven't eaten all day. I've had 3 Ritz crackers, an energy drink, water, some Mountain Dew. It's been a long day. It's been a busy day. It's been a lot of energy moved in the last few days. I just had a dude I was talking to, though. He's like, you're always working. Well, I'm preheating the oven right now. That's why I said, I'm like, I want to catch up with you, but I'm preheating my oven right now. I need to get some food in me. I need to get some, like, a little bit of work done, but I do want to talk to you, but I need to get some things established. Like, I need to eat. I don't know what I'm making quite yet. I know I'm making tater tots. I can't decide if I don't know if my refried beans are still good, if I can heat them up and do some of that, or if I have to reroute. We'll see. Tater tots, though. I'm preheating the oven. Okay, so marriage is coming out again. God damn it. Okay, so when I do heavy energy work, right? Oh gosh. You're getting messages and message of concern. So we're getting downloads about it. yes, I need to eat. I also did some huge, heavy energy work today. So it's that whole, when I do heavy energy work like that, like either I get really sick or I definitely can't eat before I do it. Like, I had to do, like, we were supposed to do breath work together. And I was like, you can't eat a big meal before we do that because you will blow chunks. Like, it will make you feel nauseous. And he didn't understand. And I was like, I can't be eating right before we do breath work. Yeah, no, and that, oh my gosh. That's what I said. I'm like, I'm curious about the feedback on that because the breath work I did today was another really big one. And, okay, that breath work I did on Saturday, my friend in New Zealand received light codes from that. So apparently whatever I'm doing and whatever I did today, I know it was big. And I know I moved some shit and I know that there were some like there were light codes. Yeah, no, it's because I released the hounds today. So I told you I sent out 3 trackers. Yep, no, because I called those gods into meetings today. I called them in. We did a group meeting, and then I put the trackers out, the hounds and Servius. So yeah, it's also okay. I'm gonna say this for a moment because I live in the South. Okay, but when I see the it makes me think of Baby Shark, Baby Shark. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 2 side notes. Yep, no, Zeus was called into that today too. So it's time. It is time. We do have a lot to talk about. So number 1, living in the Bible Belt. When people say, like, call on Jesus, I was like, no, that's cool, but you have to understand, I love it. Poseidon was in there, too. When people are like, call on Jesus, I'm like, you don't understand there are a lot older gods than Jesus. Like, there are a lot older figures than Jesus, and Jesus isn't one size fits all. I know. Oh, no, I know. And, Apollo and Hades stood up on my behalf and spoke like through me and on my fucking behalf. And the truth rang out. So I know, and like I say, I sent trackers out. To get someone specific because, ooh, girl, we got a lot to talk about. Just not right here. Also, yesterday, because I live in the Bible Belt, and one of the, no, I know they weren't happy, but I'm tired of being the fall guy because I was told to do what I did. And I'm tired of getting flack for it. So it finally came out. I was in one of the local groups, and like I say, living in the South, and somebody was like talking about sage. Like they were asking where they could get sage. And I gave like a whole bunch of clearing techniques. Like clearing techniques, like free clearing techniques on top of other techniques. Because, I love to give examples of how you can do it low budget at home. Like, I try to incorporate tools that everyone can access, right? And my tools go, like I say, from free 90 free, our own body, all the way up to thousands of dollars. But I do try to give my clientele tools that are within their price range. But anyway, to go on to that, like somebody got in there and was like spouting all this religion shit. They're like, the blood of Jesus works better than sage that he made. I was like, wait, so you're telling me that the product sage, which was made by God, right, is less powerful than the name of Jesus? Like, and when people want to say crystals and all of this is workings, it's like crystals are in the Bible. Prophets are in the Bible. Sage is in the Bible. Like, everybody needs to either reread their shit or become more accepting. I mean, did God... I mean, and like I say, the Bible's a whole other story. Yet, they put Yeah. Yep. Yep. And baby girl, I am a high priestess. Like, this is not brags, but like, I am a high priestess. I'm one of the divine mother, like the mother Mary Magdalene, high priestess. Like that, those are the codes that I carry. So like, I talk about womb healing. I talk about the divine mother. That's like those, when you come to me, it's the teachings of unity. First off, it's also teaching those divine mother codes and those high priestess codes, like yes. And when they say like prophets are fake, what do people do? They go to church to listen to prophets. And I love, okay, so to go on like a tiny little rant for a second, because my ex's new wife, and my ex was super not religious, like he hates religion, right? But his new wife is religious, and I know she's done workings on me, and I was like, if she's super religious, then she would know, because I am a prophet, right? If she's super religious, then she would know, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. And the fact that she has her mouth and her hands on me, she should know, right? I know. Well, they pray for my downfall. Oh God, I had a guy say, I'm going to pray for you. And I said, please don't. Because I know you're praying on me. Like pray, like P-R-E-Y, not P-R-A-Y. So, when people say they're going to pray for me, I know. No, that dude went banana berserk crazy. And like, there's so much to my story about so many people and so many things that I can't wait to be able to talk about it. Like, podcast, books, like, we're going to be on it, babes. Because I've really been through it and people have shown me so much. And yeah, no, people spent a lot of energy, time, money, group effort to bring me down. So baby, I'm promising you, it's coming to an end. Okay? So this is also why we find each other. How is your problem that you were having the other day? But ow, bro. Hey, Abel, you're about to get put in timeout, sir. My spooky kitty is being good. I was thinking about you with that too. I was like, I'm so happy that like you had resolution. I'm so happy it came fast. I'm glad that it's still good. So, baby. Yep. And that's why I love when people come to me, because I'm like, how can we fix it with what you have in your own home? What can we do to get this taken care of? Like, I am huge on, remember, protection. Like, I'm here for it, babes. And I try to help everybody as much as I can. I know cost is the thing, but like I try to make it so it's not cost prohibitive. That's why I give tools that are free. That's why I said like blast the music, sing the song, dance, clap, because that is the biggest way to easily raise the vibration. But yeah. I'm glad it's gone. Oh, Christina, cool. I'm glad, because that means you're doing your homework. Okay, so Christina, before you go, can you go follow me on YouTube, please? I know. Okay. Ooh, girl. You want to get into some domination shit? And we only do it if they've actually done things to us, not out of ego, right? Pissing on things. I know that sounds super whatever. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little domination tip. And like I say, I only do it on the people that deserve, right? But if you I actually have pictures and video. If I can remember, I'll go back and I'll find the video of it. But I took a jar and I spit and I peed in it. And then I added a whole bunch of names and then kept shaking it until all of the paper was completely dissolved and emulsified. And then I poured it on the trees. Because we use our own tools, we use what we have on hand, and then we give it back to the universe to do with it as you wish. Yeah? How does that sound? Is that like a yeah? Maybe, hopefully. I know I'm a wingnut, and that is the other part, like, banishment stuff is used with vinegar, it's used with ammonia, it's used with our own product. That's why I also teach people, like, if you're going to use domination, your own spit, your own urine is a beautiful domination tool because it's ammonia. Right? So, and then give it back to the earth. I don't know. If you can't tell, I'm very much about like how do we return that to the earth for transmutation, alchemization, to be utilized, because we're not meant to hold that pain, right? So we release it, give it to the earth. She does with it what she does. It's also how I say sometimes you need to realize your ancestors are hot on their ass. You never need to lift a hand. You just need to give it up to God. Give it up to your, and I use God loosely. Okay, so but give it up to your ancestors because they're going to handle it way better than you do. And you get to just like be princess, like go along and be like, yep, all doors open for me. I'm well taken care of. Okay? You need never get your hands dirty. You just have to give it up and then they'll take care of it. All right. So I'm going to read these last few cards and then I'm going to hop out because I really need to eat because I haven't eaten all day. So let's see what we got. Expectation, privileged lady, despair, message of concern, child, and courthouse. Okay. Let me read and gift. All right. Anything about this? Okay. There is a court situation that will be taken care of. It is around your kids. It is around your home. All that jazz, right? It's going to come out better than you think it will. And hopefully that brings you guidance and clarity that you need, babes. All right. I'm going to hop out. I'm Larry Joe, Siren Song Lover, to book personals with me or to tip. Let's talk about it. So to book personals with me, it's Ko-Fi, which is ko-fi.com/Siren Song Lover. One more question really quick and then I'm hopping. I need to eat. I have not eaten all day. So I just preheated the oven. I need to go get that started. So if you're going to ask your question, ask really fast because I need to eat, babes. I have not eaten all day. I've done a lot of powerful work in my collectives, but I've also done a lot of backside work. To tip your favorite tarot reader is Siren, capital S, Song, capital S, Lover, capital L on Cash App, which is always greatly needed and appreciated. So, for Tyree, does he feel the same about you? Let's see what cards. Honestly, if I were like into it, like it's like it feels like he. It's like, is he a hobosexual? Like he's looking for a place to stay because it's kind of what it feels like. It's like not a comfortable feeling, my girl. And that's not trying to be discouraging. It's just not a comfortable feeling. It's the always looking for the grass greener, not in your yard, is why I always, like, you've asked about him multiple times, and it feels like he's out trying to figure out what he wants, but it's like it's the FOMO, the fear of, it's telling. Fear of missing out. Hello. Let's see if it wants to talk. Let's see if the guards want to talk at all. And then I have to go because I do have to eat. So, courthouse. And I said it earlier. I said it now. There's something behind the scenes that you're not seeing that he's dealing with. So even if he does feel the same way about you, do you want to get tied up with someone who potentially is having legal issues? Because I honestly feel like your no contact that's protection by the divine for you. Because there's something that you haven't been seen, and you don't have to trust, you don't have to believe, but I do ask that you watch to see what the signs are. It feels like there is something that you're not seeing, and that's your protection by being moved away from that. Like the amount of times, okay, so I'm old as shit, right? The amount of times that I was sad in the moment, and then when I look back on it, and I'm like, I was saved from something really big. So I feel like whatever is going on with Tyree, there is something really big that you haven't seen or you're not seeing that you're being protected from. And I need you to trust that with the divine, with the universe, within your own self, that there is something, because it's that if you don't feel, like if something feels not quite right, that's your intuition screaming at you, okay? All right, my babies, I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. I hope you have a beautiful night. I am hopping out. I will make a deal with you, because this is the deal I've made with everyone else. If you go and you subscribe to 3 of my channels, like 3 of my things, like subscribe here, if you go to my backup, and then if you go to my YouTube and subscribe over there, okay, I will answer a question for you. If you go and if you do 5 of my channels, your name, and you message me and say done, and I can verify that on all my channels, then I will enter you into a half-an-hour free reading with me. And once I get at least 30 people to enter into it, then I'll pick between 1 and 3 people to read for, to do half-an-hour reads with. So if you want to ask a question, I will leave my platforms really quick so you can go subscribe. Like I say, I would ask that you subscribe here, my backup account, and then my YouTube, right? Because this account is in danger. I'm in danger of losing this account. So what I'm trying to do is be able to push to the other accounts so that if I get lost here, I can go up on YouTube. I can go up on any of those others. So I'll leave that here. If you go, like I say, follow on those, I will answer 1 question. And then if you do 5 of them, 5 of my channels, then I'll enter you into a drawing for a 30-minute read. Okay? So I gotta go take care of something really quick. I'll leave the part with my handles on it. If you want to do that, tell me you're done, and then we'll go from there. Okay? So, if you do this main account, do my backup, and then, let's see, YouTube. That's probably not spectacular. Dang it. Okay, hold on. Okay, give me a minute. Get away from the litter box. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull a few more cards for the collective. Hold on. Yep, that goes like that. Dang it, girl. Okay. Pull a few more cards from the Kipper for the collective. This is a beautiful little book. I got parody on Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Trumpty wanted a crown for $1. I love bargain shopping. We've been dealing with a false person. We've been dealing with someone who's been playing. Okay? It's copycat energy. They're trying to wear your skin energy. It's not a good look for them. Okay. Hey, Christina. I'm about to hop out. I just put, okay, so I put my tater tots in the oven. So I'm about to hop out. And then, like I say, you and I have a conversation. I just got to fuel myself first. Okay, so we are getting messages about a false person. Someone that's trying to energetically, like, doppelganger copy us. Okay. And then expectation. Their expectations will not be met. They thought they could pull a fast one. They can't. Okay. Okay, and this is around the child. All right, my babies. I'm gonna hop out. I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. To book up personal, Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com/Siren Song Lover. To tip your favorite tarot reader, which is greatly needed. Cash App, Siren, capital S, Song, capital S, Lover, capital L. I will catch you later, and like I said, I'm gonna be entering names for drawings, and yeah. That'll be in a few days. Once I get enough people, like I said, I'm going to wait till I get at least 30 people and then entering names into the drawing for a free read. All right, guys.